It's Steve Pift here. I just want to kind of tell you something. There's something kind of really a little disturbing. The Congressional Black Caucus signed partnership with AIPAC. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. It used to be people who pretty much there for the people and all that, but they're sold out. Look at Clyburn, Congressman Lewis, Jim Clyburn. He's now just a corrupt corporatist Democrat. He helped Joe Biden win the primary. And look what happened. Now we got it with Trump. Instead of getting Bundy to win the primary, we had Biden. He barely beat Trump, but like I said, after the midterms, Biden approval rating went down about 35%. Okay, here, let me get through. More than a year has passed since the International Court of Justice of the United Nations highest judiciary body issued its first order landmark case brought against Israel by South Africa, which contended that Israel has been committing acts of genocide in this war in Gaza. The ICJ found that the respect to the rights of Palestinians to Gaza to protect and act from the genocide, the right of South Africa to seek Israel, applying South Africa case was plausible. Plausible restraining word that is, with the context fails to convey the harsh truth of the war Israel is conducting. Palestinians are being starved, displaced, and slaughtered. More than 6,000 Palestinians has been died, and 1.9 million are being brutally displaced. And the man is early civil disposition of the forebear in the NAPCA in 1948. By the end of September, according to the Group of International Food Aid, more than 6,000 Palestinians will be experiencing a completely irreparable calamity marked by the extreme food drive, active malnutrition, and starvation and death. Since the International Court ruled a growing number of genocide scholars and human rights officers concluded that the genocide government is not merely a plausible suit by earlier members of the International Association of Genocide Scholars for to endorse the declaration that Israel policy and action in Gaza meet the legal definitions of genocide, Article 2 of the United Nations Convention for Prevention and Punishment of Crime and Genocide. The UN's own Commission of Inquiry reached the same conclusion that a few weeks later, rabbis and Israeli human rights groups, Salem and Resistance for Human Rights, have testified that their own nation has betrayed their own pledge never again. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and other groups have witnessed appalling death, displacement, famine in Gaza, and the same as Israel is committing acts of genocide. Yet, to this day, the Congressional Black Party, the long-standing corps of lawmakers dedicated to slavery, guarding civil rights, also known as the Constant Congress, has not issued a formal declaration condemning Israel. It has produced a statement calling for a ceasefire. The CBC signs its action. More than half of its current 61 members have been endorsed and funded by American Israel Public Affairs Committee. Powerful U.S. lobby of the Israel agenda in 2023 24 election cycle. AIPAC has endorsed 26 of the Caucus members, raising 46 million of them, and another 35 million for Black Data. Now, I have to admit, they've been spending money against Corey Bush and Jamal Harris. Jamal Harris got those two. I don't know, by accepting Apex endorsing that money. CBP member used the biblical term the phrase selling a birthright for a massive party. The Apex really set aside the political concern of the CBC and SF and spending largely on campaigns for GP members of everything. Okay, yeah. I'll get back to this. Yeah, AIPAC has given at least $3.6 million to CBC's Oh God since last year, while members of the squad to Israel ire. The American is the Republican figure the country's need most influential employers and lobbyists, including candidates to challenge progressive members of the Congressional Black Caucus and Prime Minister. Yeah. Yeah, look what they did to Corey Bruce and Jamal Bowman. CBC has been silent on the AIPAC's bid to challenge at least 3 of its members who are part of the so-called squad, a loose group of progressive representatives. According to the media report, and the Intercept race only comes the AIPAC target so far, and this is like saying CBC members. CBC's silence electric challenge reflects the divide among Democrats and Israel. While progressives increasingly willing to buck Capitol Hill orthodoxy and speak up for Palestinian right, and that half of CBC AIPAC members of the caucus, some 31 makers, have received previously unreported total of at least $3.6 million from AIPAC since February 2022, according to the federal election. The sign has given rise to call for the CBC to speak up for the members of the attack, especially given AIPAC's suspension directly Republican money to challenge incumbent progressive Democrats in primary. AIPAC and its Republicans, those essentially targeting progressive members of the Congressional Black Party with the right-wing primary charge, says Alexander Rose, the executive director of Justice Democrat, respect all 5 CBC members of the squad. CBC and every caucus has the opportunity to not to demonstrate the power and stand up for all the causes against AIPAC rolling funding GOP dollars into the primary. I'm sorry, with Hakeem Jeffrey and Jim Clyburn, they have no integrity. AIPAC is seeking to challenge the CBC member, Representative Iman Omar, Democrat minister, and Jamal Bowman. Yes, yeah, you know that's pretty old. But according to 3 sources of knowledge of the including parts, who has committed to protect professional relations, AIPAC has persuaded Democrats Lindsey Powell to challenge Republican Summers Lee. Powell declined. Elderly County Controller Corey O'Connor also declined, and AIPAC invitation to challenge Lee, according to 2 other sources. But Harvey Patel, the council member of the city of Ignore, Pennsylvania, is poorly planning to run against Lee. Jewish Society reported that it was unable to confirm if AIPAC had met with Patel. While AIPAC declined to respond to specific about its CBC of the pro-Israeli defended record supporter, AIPAC for only endorsed more than half the block colleagues last second. And United Democracy probably, and AIPAC-backed Super PAC helped pursue pro-Israel African-American Democrats in Ohio, North Carolina, and Maryland run the election. AIPAC's holder said the statement is, "While I'm not making a decision on this race, we constantly judge every seat held by structure of the U.S. around, and we base our summit inclusive on the anti-Israel votes statement." The CBC did not respond to the request for combat. Yep, that's what it is. Some believe survived that election. Joe Bowman lost his.